You know, one of the screens that Spider-Man isn't really playing on is Imax, because that's completely owned right now, of course, by the Odyssey. However, that is changing, sort of, this week. And it is now being reported in Deadline that Spider-Man Brand New Day is about to have an IMAX release as well. This is what they write. Sony and Marvel Studios' blockbuster Spider-Man Brand New Day will expand across the IMAX network in North America beginning on this Thursday, August the 6th, when the Odyssey's exclusive lock on the big screen exhibitor ends. IMAX isn't breaking it down, but IMAX has a little over 440 domestic screens, and the two films, The Odyssey and Spider-Man, will be sharing the network. Now, this is key. All 70 millimeter locations of IMAX will stay committed to the Odyssey. So the Odyssey will still be on all the 70 millimeter IMAX screens across the country because the damn film was shot in 70 millimeter IMAX. Spider-Man Brand New Day, with $927 million global opening in just 3 days at 90,000 screens worldwide, was the second best ever for the motion picture industry. Of course, it did not catch Avengers Endgame opening weekend worldwide of 1.22 billion, but it did break the domestic opening weekend record global bow. So what we're about to get here, guys, is Spider-Man just had record-shattering opening weekend. And now it's going to get a bunch of those premium format IMAX screens. Not the 70 millimeter ones, but there's only, what did we say, like 40 of them, 60, 70 of them in the entire country?
Right.
It's just a very small
not a
percentage. No, the vast majority of IMAX screens are the other formats. So it's
The
about to
single
get a
laser.
bunch of those. And listen, I'll tell you what, even if it's not the 70 millimeter IMAX, I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be buying up their tickets right away
Yeah,
because they
still looks
might
great.
want to go see it in IMAX. They want to go see it in that IMAX
Still going
format.
to look great. And you don't need
So-
70 millimeter because frankly, it wasn't shot on 70 millimeter. And
Exactly.
It was, so
But the
single
aspect
laser is fine.
ratio was it has that, it wasn't 2:3:5, so
Yeah.
it'll look fantastic on
Yeah,
IMAX.
exactly.
It's going to look
It's
so
gonna be like
good
143
on a
or
regular
whatever,
IMAX
right?
screen. Yeah. So anyway, Rob, let's go over to you on this. Do you think this is going to provide, I mean, I think we all expect Spider-Man to have a really good second weekend anyway, but how big of a bump do you think this is significant that it's going to be able to get some of those delicious IMAX screens that the Odyssey's been holding on to?
Well, just for the size of the screen, for one of the things this movie has going for it is the swinging scenes and some of the point of view shots, which
breathtaking.
totally inspired by the video
of the
games.
best.
And unbelievable. I mean, there were times when I was watching and going, whoa, when he's stepping
yeah.
out onto certain things, and to see this with that the thunderous sound you can only get in IMAX. I mean, yes, Dolby Cinema is fantastic, but seeing it at a giant screen and at the same time hearing that sound, I mean, that's going to be pretty great. And I would definitely want to go see it again in IMAX. I will say this too, John. It's really interesting that they've extended the Odyssey for a month in some of the 70 millimeter IMAX screens. This might point to a different or change up between. I mean, obviously they're not going to let Dune go. I mean, Dune has those screens booked in IMAX, but depending, it does show that Universal has now, IMAX, Universal, and Sony have been able to work something out via IMAX.
Rob, it's not happening. Dune is not giving up their 2-week exclusive run. They've already got it locked up. It's signed, sealed, and delivered. They're not giving it up.
Just
Doomsday.
saying.
Now, after 2
It'll be
weeks,
week 3 at best.
yes,
For Doomsday.
week 3, I totally believe, much like Odyssey. Odyssey's in its 3rd week. That means a lot of those other IMAX screens can be released and Spider-Man can take them over. I believe in its 3rd week, I do believe we will start seeing some Avengers Doomsday.
You're probably
up
right. And also the IMAX screens, some of those, the 70 millimeter showings were running 24/7.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah. And they're still sold out.
Into September.
Ann and I were looking at some screenings midweek because we want to go back and watch Odyssey again on the 70 mil. And we looked at some midweek screenings, and it's like front 2 rows have
Yep.
seats. I was like,
I'm going Wednesday.
I'm not sitting in a front 2 row. When did you get your tickets for going to see it this Wednesday?
Weeks ago.
Weeks
like 3
ago.
weeks ago. Yeah, like 3 weeks ago.
It's absolutely crazy.
Maybe 4
Now,
weeks ago. I can't
now
remember.
the question is going to be this, guys. The question is going to be this. It's not exactly the same, again, because Odyssey is in its 3rd weekend. But we were just talking about how Spider-Man and the Odyssey combined have now made the single biggest overall weekend at the box office in film history. Because whereas Endgame, when it came out, second place movie only made $8 million. Odyssey made $51 million. So now the question is going to be, can Doomsday beat this record? Can
Ottoman.
Doomsday? That's
So
going to
it's
be
gotta
interesting.
410. It has to be 410, basically. Or do I have that math right? So it's
You mean for
360
both
and
movies?
for both.
Movies, yeah.
Yeah.
410.
Can Doomsday combined? Because so the combined of Doomsday or the combined of Spider-Man Brand New Day and Odyssey is $411 million.
What did the
So-
last Dune make opening weekend? Do we know that number? I'll look it
Gee,
up.
look, I don't think it was huge. I mean, Dune is not a massive blockbuster franchise. It's going to come
But
close to.
But it did make 82 and a half. And if it makes 100 and Doomsday can at least do 350, you're
I want you to appreciate the words that you just said, Jonathan. If Doomsday
but we're
could
talking about
just
scale
make
here.
350. No, I agree.
we're talking
I
about
agree.
scale.
But I think
Yeah.
it's so funny that we're using phrases like that.
But it's the only way it can beat the heavyweight contender at this point. So
I mean, like that's going to be another thing to keep an eye on how big Doomsday will be at this point. But anyway, once again, I think Spider-Man, was going to have a good sequence. Let's not forget, guys, Spider-Man No Way Home opened at $260 million, which was the second biggest opening in history. It had a nearly 70% drop on its second weekend because everybody had already seen it. So you can expect a decent number of a drop-off, but it's still going to be a huge number that it makes. And with it getting IMAX screens, I think a lot of people are going to be flooding back to see it their second or third or fourth time just so they can watch it on IMAX.
Yep.
So it's going to be a very, very interesting weekend for that. Guys, question is... Oh, go ahead,
sorry.
Rob.
Well,
Go
I was
ahead.
just going to say, ultimately, the excitement that people have, what I've liked to see is both with Odyssey and with this movie, the excitement inside the movie theaters to me has been palpable.
Oh, so good.
And packed. And I think it really shows that when Hollywood provides audiences what they want, they will show up. I mean, the theatrical business is very robust still.
it shows people want to go to theaters because I saw a 7:30 a.m. screening and that theater was packed and the audience was amped and people were still getting concessions at 7:30 a.m. And we've never seen anything like this weekend. Not even close. Not
No.
during Endgame, not even during Episode 7, Star Wars, when that came out.
You know, it's funny. I was at my second screening of Spider-Man, and Ann and I went and had my popcorn. I went over to the butter station. I was putting butter on my popcorn, and there was two girls there, and I turned to them and said, "You guys going in to see Spider-Man?" And they're like, "No, we're here to see the Odyssey." And it's like, oh yeah. And then I realized, oh, that's right, Odyssey's here too. And that I stuck my nose in that theater, and it was packed. So all the Spider-Man theaters were packed, the Odyssey theaters were packed, and you know what? This all bodes well for other movies coming out because, again, if people go to the movies, they go to see the Odyssey, they go to see Spider-Man, and they enjoy it and they have a good time, they're more likely to come back and check out another movie. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. All right, guys. Question is for you. What do you think about this? Spider-Man Brand New Day is not just killing it at the box office second records, but going into its second weekend, it's actually going to gain some IMAX screens as the Odyssey is now in its third week and is going to let some of those IMAX screens go. Not the 70mm ones, but a lot of the other ones too. How big of a deal, if any of a deal, do you think that's going to make for the numbers for Spider-Man Brand New Day's second weekend? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Guys, we want to take a second and thank a sponsor of today's video, Mars Men. Guys, you know that one of the frustrating things about getting older is realizing that the things that used to come naturally suddenly require a lot more effort. You wake up tired, workouts feel harder, recovery takes longer, and by the middle of the afternoon, your energy and focus can completely disappear. And that's where Mars Men comes in. Mars Men is designed to support healthy testosterone levels, natural energy, and stamina using 8 clinically dosed ingredients. There are absolutely no synthetics or needles, and it's made in the USA and third-party tested. Some men report steadier energy, stronger workouts, and better recovery, and it comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. For a limited time, our listeners get 50% off for life, plus free shipping and 3 free gifts at mengotomars.com. That's mengotomars.com for 50% off and 3 free gifts when you check out. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support the John Campea Show and tell them we sent you.